Okay guys, this is a very special video. This is my video on the Baja Doodle Bug. I finally got this freaking bike running. I've had it for about a month now. The last video I made was telling you guys that I hope that I can get this thing running good, but I did end up having to buy a new engine because the other one the guy had sitting for like 4 to 5 years, and I had to put a whole new engine on it because the other engine was not starting. I literally did pretty much everything and we could not get it to start. So I just thought it would be easy to get a whole new engine off Amazon. It was like 150 bucks. I got the same exact one, 3.0 horsepower. I think it's called Liffin. It's pretty much the same exact engine that's on the other one. The hardest thing for sure was having to drill the new engine bolts. I had to drill 2 holes right there, and then drill, you can't see it because it's pretty small, but I had to drill 2 holes back there. That was definitely probably the hardest part in terms of this thing, is drilling the holes. But I am so freaking happy, guys, to finally have this thing running for my mom. Again, it's a Doodle Bug mini bike, and I must tell you guys, this bike is a lot of fun to drive. I actually really enjoy it. The next hard thing that I thought I'd show you guys real quick is hold on a second, guys. The next main hard thing that I thought was really frustrating, I'll go down here, is the throttle. The throttle was very frustrating. I had to put an additional spring right here. I had to put it on the exhaust and then right here, because when I was moving the throttle, it wasn't like, it just wasn't really working good. So for example, like without the spring, I would turn the throttle and then like it just wouldn't return good and it just wouldn't work good. And I also had to put so I had to put a spring right there, and then I also had to put a spring right there. So I had to put 2 additional springs because both of the springs that were already on this bike were just complete trash. They just weren't very good. So I just put 2 stronger springs. So other than drilling the holes and putting the new springs on there, this bike works very good. It is a lot of fun. The main thing is I probably should get a new chain because this chain is pretty rusty and it's kind of messed up. You can still drive it though, but yeah. And the main thing that made it frustrating with the drilling the holes is it wasn't just drilling the holes. You also had to line it up perfectly so that your chain aligns with the clutch, because as you can see, it aligns pretty good. I mean, I think it might be a little bit crooked, but I'm not too worried about it. As you can see, it lines up pretty good, so good enough. But yeah, guys, other than the throttle and the drilling the holes was the main thing. Other than that, in terms of putting the engine on, that was pretty easy. This thing is actually a lot of fun to drive. I didn't think it would be this much fun to drive. So yeah, throttle works perfectly. Everything works pretty good. The next main complaint that I have about this engine is the gas cap. As you can see, I barely have any room. So whenever I need to like change the gas, or not change the gas, but geez, whenever I need to like put more gas in it, like for example, like whenever it gets low, taking the seat off is pretty easy, but dude, this thing is so hard to get this gas cap off. Like it usually takes me like 5 to 10 minutes. Usually not 10 minutes, but at least a good 5, 6, 7 minutes to get that gas cap off. And then it's pretty hard to put back on. But other than drilling the holes, making the throttle cable work, and the gas cap, I have no complaints about this bike. Those are the only 3 things. And those are pretty big things. But other than that, this bike is a lot of fun. And I guess the next thing, but this really has nothing to do with the engine. This is just, I just got kind of unlucky with this. I think there's a slow leak on the back tire because it kind of gets low every like 3 to 4 days. So I kind of have to air it back up, but that's not a big deal. But other than those few things, this bike is a lot of freaking fun. I do recommend, especially if you're going to be driving this bike a lot, I do recommend putting some oil right about there, just because these clutches kind of go out kind of quickly. This is a brand new clutch, so this is doing great. And again, I do need to get another chain. And I thought I'll show you guys this. Initially, when I first got it, there was a governor screw right there. And I just completely took it out because this bike went so slow initially. I think it went up to like 14, 15 miles an hour max speed, which is way too slow. At least for me, like that is ridiculous. But ever since I completely, it's kind of bad to completely remove it, but I'm not too worried about it. I mean, this is a cheap engine anyway. I think I got up to like 26, 27, maybe even 30, honestly. But at least, I mean, this thing goes decently fast now. Again, I think it goes like 26, 27 max speed, which really isn't bad for a small bike like this. I mean, it's not like crazy fast, but it's pretty good. I'm going to turn the fuel on because I want to start it up for you guys here in a minute. And I also really like the sound of this bike. And I also hooked up the old Coleman kill switch. So guys, I'm going to start this thing up for you guys right now, just so you guys can hear it. I'm going to put the phone down, and I'll let you guys hear it. Or not. Oh my gosh. There you go. So guys, this is what the bike sounds like. For some reason, it always kind of has a hard time starting if it's cold. I don't know why. But yeah, guys, this bike sounds amazing. It's pretty quiet, but yeah. I'll rev it up a little bit. So guys, that's what it sounds like. Pretty good. It's pretty quiet. So guys, that is what it sounds like. Again, it's pretty freaking quiet, but I like it. I mean, I really don't mind it being that quiet, especially if I'm just going to be kind of cruising around the neighborhood. But yeah, guys, this is a very fun bike. I love this bike. So hey guys, that's pretty much the video. It's a very fun bike. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else. I've kind of went over everything. This is a very fun bike. If you buy this bike, like where everything is already kind of installed on it, you could probably get it for like $350 to $400. If they're on sale, maybe like closer to $300. But yeah, my mom got a heck of a deal. We only had to pay $100, and then we got the engine for free because I have like a school scholarship. So my mom's friend just used that. So my mom only paid $100 for the entire freaking thing, which is a very good steal. Yeah, I'll be doing a video of me driving it. Yeah, but this bike is very fun. It's a pretty simple bike. Just make sure that you keep up on the simple things like the oil and everything like that. So yeah, I don't really have too much to say about this bike other than that. It's a very fun bike. It's honestly a lot funner than I thought it would be. So yeah, guys, leave a like, subscribe, share, like, bye, boom.